Justice is the foundation of our society. People need justice to feel safe and to feel like life is fair. But what exactly is justice? Try to come up with an answer for yourself. It takes time. It took me quite a bit of research. First, start with looking it up. Justice, noun, the quality of being just. So what is just? Just, adjective, based on or behaving according to what is morally right and fair. And that's where I came to a halt, because I realized that this word, or rather concept, didn't have a matter-of-fact answer. I pride myself on being an activist, fighting for justice, but with this murky definition, I realized I had no end goal. There is no point where I could say I'm done. I fixed it. We now live in a just and fair society. After my existential crisis, I picked myself up and told myself to search farther. Turns out this is some serious philosophical quandary. Philosophers have developed all kinds of theories on how to make a fair society. Justice has two branches. There's the distributive form of justice, which is the theory of who gets what, and then there's punishment, which is the theory of how to deal with the wrongdoer. For distributive justice, there are three main theories: justice as equality, need-based justice, and merit-based justice. Justice as equality believes that people should get the same kind and amount of matter, material, articles, or activities. Need-based justice believes that people should get what they need because people's needs differ. And merit-based justice believes that people should get what they deserve. As for punishment, there are three forms: retributive justice, rehabilitation, and restorative justice. Retributive justice believes that the wrongdoer must be punished by suffering the same way they made someone else suffer. Rehabilitation believes that the wrongdoer should receive help so they can learn how to work within society. And restorative justice believes that the wrongdoer must right their wrongs and make amends. This multitude of theories proves that justice is not one single thing. There is no one justice. Instead, each individual and society has their own morality that shapes the way they view justice. To understand how justice has existed and evolved, I look to the past. A form of justice is women's rights. One patriarchal construct made to disenfranchise women is virginity. In the 14th century, Mariology became widespread. This practice is the worship of the Virgin Mary. Virginity was a social construct that helped men determine whether their child was their own and regulated a woman's value as a wife. Chivalry was a justice system designed to protect a woman's virginity. While in modern Western society, most folks agree women are people, this old practice was founded on the principle that women were not. So if a society's form of justice changes from one where women are subservient to men to one where women's rights are claimed as integral to justice, how do we determine what is just? A similar quandary happens even farther back during ancient Greek and Roman times. During this time period, relationships between men were acceptable under certain parameters. While this criteria was made from a patriarchal class system, it still allowed men to have romantic and sexual relations, unlike the backlash some gay men face nowadays. In this case, the idea of justice progressing seems like a backwards way of thinking. Rather, justice is something fluid, and it is up to people to reflect on the past to see if we can learn something from our predecessors. While we may learn from those who came before us when shaping our justice beliefs, so also do those we disagree with. Justice can be unjust. There was a time in the United States where Black people were enslaved. They were defined as property, and therefore, to allow them to be human and exercise human rights was to lay claim to someone's property, which was seen as unjust in this framework. Similarly to the concept of virginity, justice systems like slave owning and chivalry can be unjust in their founding principles. We even see this play out today. While the US stopped enslaving people, justice still discriminates against this disenfranchised population. The modern prison industrial complex now moves millions of people into a system that perpetuates a modern-day form of slavery. The percentage of African American people in the United States is 13.2%. Yet, 1 in 3 Black men born today are expected to go to prison, where forced labor is protected under the law. Our justice systems can be unjust in the eyes of our own personal ethics and morals. With this in mind, we must use government as a tool in constructing our conception of justice, but it cannot be the only contributing factor. Often when our government fails us, leaders emerge to guide a movement that demands justice. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of those leaders in the civil rights movement. He preached nonviolent retaliation against racial discrimination. In King's eyes, justice was being disregarded, but justice is often dangerous, and his threat of change led to the murder of this nonviolent activist. King's story has been repeated through history because often that is the cost of upholding an idea of justice against an unjust justice system. So what is justice? There will never be an exact or final answer, but I believe that justice is the balance between giving and taking away rights from the individual with the view of benefiting society. Finding what you believe is right is a process where you listen to experts, learn from the past, and then practice these beliefs in everyday life, even if that risks punishment from an unjust system.